Vijay, also, how would you look at the commodity space? Because the gold prices after hitting 1190 in the previous week are back around 1230, 1240 in the day today. And that's the same case with crude as well. While we do try to go below that $95 mark, the strength, the pressure has been much on the higher side rather lower.
Manisha, the USD-INR is, the volatility in the USD-INR is the primary reason why you're seeing so much of volatility in both bullion as well as energy. And gold, I did talk about going below 26,000 on the MCX and staying there, which is what it's doing. Over a period of time, I do expect gold to slide lower from here. And should the rupee strengthen further, my guess is even 25,250 levels may not really be a Maginot line or a holy cow for the bulls to defend, and that could come under threat. Ditto with silver. You're seeing silver unable to sustain about 40,000 levels on the MCX. So both these counters are likely to remain choppy with a downward bias.
Mr. Venkatesh, getting you into that one as well, there are those C. Rangarajan flashes on the screen there where he says that perhaps the low growth phase may have bottomed out. But also if you look at the crude prices, they're back around that $96, $97 mark. Do you think that would really put pressure?
As of now, I don't think so, because if US is not showing signs of growth, Europe is not showing any signs of growth, I think the crude prices are bound to remain at this levels or maybe fall marginally, and to that much extent it will help the Indian economy. So I personally believe the CAD numbers are likely to come down in the near future. The growth story of India is intact, I would say like that. The reform steps which are being taken by the government will support the growth. The monetary policy which is due at the end of this month, I believe that there will be support actions from the central bank governor also, because the inflation has come under control. The monsoon is more or less normal. So to that much extent we believe that the CPI numbers could come down. So because of that, I believe that there could be a supportive action from the RBI for growth, which will attract the capital flows once again back into the country.
Vijay, this one is to you, and while we have been talking about the food prices, the inflation has been on the higher side when it comes to grains. Which one are you picking up in sense of the food numbers or agricultural commodities where you could see some more strength, or rather which could be something that could really run on the higher side?
Manisha, Chana is showing signs of stability, or relative stability if you want to call it that, where deleveraging is being seen in some counters. What I did notice in addition to Chana was potato farm month futures in September, which has seen a low of 716.5 and closed at 719. I think the steep discount in the farm month futures giving you a whole lot of time in terms of time to expiry, and the potential for downside decline is now being curtailed by almost a 60-70 rupee decline in the last 3 weeks, does make a long-term outlook on potato in the September future series a whole lot more attractive.
All right. A final question to you then, Mr. Venkatesh. You talked about the RBI policy, of course, the monetary policy. Are you expecting any action on 30th of July in sense of interest rates?
I personally believe the time has come for maybe supportive actions for the growth. With inflation being under control, the manufacturing inflation has come down substantially below what they themselves have projected. So to that much extent, I think the scenario has been set for maybe a supportive stance of a rate cut in the policy. Though there could be some purists which could come back and say that by cutting the rates there could be a pressure on the currency. But that doubt has been allayed by the governor himself in his London School of Economics speech, which says that cutting rates will not put pressure on the exchange rates. So I believe that there is a chance of a rate cut in the July 30th policy.
All right, positive statements, supportive actions is what we are looking for to get some more support to the economy and the Indian rupee as well.